in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Washington Huskies, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Gators will kick it away to start us off. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Catch in the middle, it's Washington. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
Well, the running back really lucky. He jumped on his own fumble right there. And he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Lost to fire on second down. Makes the catch. It's Washington. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Makes the catch and steps out of bounds, but short of the first down mark.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
And the Gators in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Gonna take a shot. Makes it around to the 25 of this room. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls in.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you've got to still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. And what a return as he takes it back to the 8.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
They'll move the wide receiver. The offense changing the play. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy, because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with the same.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. At the 35, he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on third down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the defenders on the back end stayed in position, made sure there wasn't a catch. That was a fantastic play defensively.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. And they finally get him down, but not before he's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's loose. Touchdown, Florida. Once he got some room, it was over. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 14 to TCU. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's going to take off. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Running back searching for a hole. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some...
He's looking deep. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Oh, it's a reverse. And the defense not thrown at all as they stop this play at the line.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
Back to pass, it's McMillan. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Offense gets set for second down. The give to the left side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Dropping back, it's McMillan using the quick game. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Got some of the work done on 1st down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. Back to pass. On the run, still looking. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Get to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. Lofts one high and deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run. He's at the 40.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Might be changing the route. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
To the ground. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Get it out on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Kansas State has just had no answer to the ferocious tail kicking they're taking today. And if you thought this coach was colorful before, wait till his postgame. They're trailing by 28 to TCU. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big game, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
To the air, it's McMillan. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. He'll do it himself. Makes the play in the backfield again, and the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Golden. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Looking to throw on first down. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working that wide receiver screen. Ripping through the defense. Turning on the Jets. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
And they tacked on the extra point. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Takes the handoff. It's Daniels. Turning it on. Touchdown, Gator. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Now the play fake. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 8.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
There are a lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And the Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. That's reeled in. It's Wilson. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. He's now over 150 yards receiving. Might be worth noting that Taylor Jacobs holds the single-game record with 246.
Yeah, and when he's got speed on the outside, find him, bro. I mean, if those guys that are going to make plays, those are the guys I'm going to feature and continue to find. And so far, he hasn't disappointed. So if I'm Florida, I'm going to keep exploiting that matchup.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Oh, they're after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. There's no real good spot on the field for a roughing the kicker penalty, but I'd say putting the offense in the red zone is extra bad. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Got his man quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Fitted in the window for the score. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the returner is stopped.
And the Washington offense will take over 1st and 10.
This drive will open from the 15. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's McMillan. With the catch, it's Washington. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Looking to buy time. Takes a hit as he fires. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is in the air. Cradles it at the 35. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On the move. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
They boot it away. Wants to bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26.
And the Washington offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
To the air, it's McMillan. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Off play action. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown there last.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but There's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice move to keep running. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver going in motion. With the run on first and goal. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football here.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Let's go! They're going to run it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, third and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
Not really playing their best earlier this season, people said this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse